So once the sales order gets created, you need to first make sure document completion. There would be a lot of details would be required in the sales order. So the document need to be completed. The incompletion log check you need to do. You need to make sure that all the data is available. Sometime when the sales order is punched, it is punched by your sales representatives, sales rep. Sales rep, we give the quick way to get the order punched. So based on the information they have or based on the call they received, okay, this is what required. We are sending an email, we are sending a purchase order, please send it, and they will book the sales order, right? With that information. So they will not be having 100% of information which is required to get the product delivered to the customer. But whatever the information they get, we want to make sure that the sales should come into our process. We don't want to hold the sales. Even the half information would be there. With the half information, we'll try to book a sales order. And then further, the order processing team will try that they would be completing the documentation, the incomplete information they would be putting it. There can be a lot of blocks can be there. There can be a credit check and a block due to the credit check, whether we can give credit to the customers or not. That checks would be there because when we'll be supplying to the customer is not paying us in advance. In B2B scenario, we supply to the customer, it reaches to the customer, and then customer would be paying us after some time. There can be, once we supply the material and once we get the payment, there can be easily in B2B scenario, a difference of 1 to 3 months. So we need to give credit to the customer. We need to make sure that the customer is credit worthy to give the credit, and we can supply the materials without getting the money in our pocket for next 2-3 months. So credit check should be there. There can be also some kind of blocks. As soon as the sales order is created, there can also be some kind of blocks. Delivery block can be there, billing block can be there. That depends on the configuration, that what kind of block would be applied onto the sales order once the sales order is created. Once you want the sales order to be double checked, when we are having a big sales, even one sale is go into the CRs, big machines, when we are sending it, we want to make sure we do the double check. So we would be blocking the customer. We'll be blocking the sales order. Delivery block can be there so that delivery cannot be done. Invoice block can be there so that the invoice would not be done unless the respective people check the sales order and they confirm all the information is correct. So block mechanism can be there. Then we can have a release mechanism, sales order release. SO release mechanism can also be there. Sales order release is a new functionality. This we'll be talking about in the excellence session, that how the workflow can be activated so the sales order can go for the approvals. Approval process can also be initiated. But once all this done, this is called your availability check. And then there would be a schedule line confirmation. Availability check would be there, schedule line confirmation would be there. So there's a lot of, it is not like punching a sales order, VA01 transaction kar diya, ta ho gaya sab kuch, everything is done. It's not like that. There's a lot of things in the sales order which need to be done. So this part, availability check, make sure that we check the availability of the materials. This is also called ATP check, available to promise. Customer wants the material and we'll also be booking our order. If we don't have a material on our hand, we say that no, we are not booking the order. Getting the order booked into our system is very important. That gives us visibility that how much of the orders we have from customer, how much we need to procure more to supply. So we generally, in the businesses, we don't deny to get the orders booked into the system. We want the orders get booked into the system. And later on, whatever the corrections are required for those orders, we do into the system. So we can book an order even we don't have a material. Then we do the ATP check, availability check. We check on the date which customer requires the material, whether we have a material available on that date or not. If we don't have a material available on that date, based on the configurations, we would be able to set it up that on what next date the materials can be given. The materials can be given to the customer. So this full part till the schedule line confirmation, this part is the pre-sales. And this part is called the sales order processing. in O2C scenario, this part is the order processing part. Pre-sales, order processing. If pre-sales is not dominant, the full part till the inquiry to document, till the inquiry to the schedule line confirmation can also be called sales order processing.